I think that you will think this is a fun and interesting problem. Let's read what's going on. You got a thin sheet of paper that's tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 2/1000ths of an inch thick, right? So you got this sheet of paper. The paper's torn in half, and the two halves are placed together. I think that means one on top of the other. So I'm going to try to draw a picture of what's going on here. All right, here's a sheet of paper. Maybe. Here's a sheet of paper. I'll try to draw it like this. So here's a sheet of paper, and this right here is 0.002. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut it in half, right? So you cut it in half here. And then, so what do we have here then? If you cut it in half, maybe it looks like this. Then you've got this other half over here. And this is 0.002. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this half and put it on top of this half. So now what does it look like? Well, now it looks like this. Okay. Actually, let's just draw this. All right, so this is the 0.002, and then this is 0.002. So put those together, it's what, 0.004 inches? Now, I think we just did part A, right? So we do all this. We cut it in half, put them on top of each other. So how thick is the pile of torn paper? So now it's the 002 and the 002. So let's claim for part A that it's now 0.004 inches thick. Part B says we're going to take this pile of paper, tear it in half again. All right, so now we're here, right? We started right here at the 002. We tore it in half, and now we're here at the 004. Now we're going to tear this one in half again. Like we're going to do this. We're going to tear that in half, and then take this part right here, take all of this, and put it right up here. So what have we got? Well, this is going to be another 002, another 002, or another 004. So where are we? Okay, we'd be at what? 008. So if we kind of keep track of this in part B, we all do it down here like this. It's 0.002 is where we start. Cut it in half, put it on top. So now you're at what? 004. Then you cut that in half, put it on top, you're at 008. Right, as we keep building. There's the first, there's the second, there's the third one, and then you're at 016. I'm not going to draw that now. And then you're at 032, and I didn't plan this very well because we're going to do it 5 times, right? I make those cuts 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then if I do it again, I'm at 064. Okay, and what is part B? I think that's part B. Take the 2 halves, do it all again. The paper is large enough so you can keep doing it a total of 5 times, all right? So here's 1. Right? Here's the original paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the question, is how thick is the pile of torn paper? Well, right now it's 0.064 inches. Part C says, what if we just keep going, right? Assuming that somehow the original paper is large enough, we can keep cutting it in half. How thick is the pile if we make 25 tears? Let's write what's going on here. This is going to be part C. So where did we start? We started at 002. All right, that was our start. Then we cut it in half, and then we went 0.004. Then we were at 0.008. Then we were at 0.016. This is how far we went. Then we went 032. We even went up to here, 0.064. Right, here is the first tear. Here's the second tear, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. Now, what we want to do is this. Just continue dot, dot, dot until we get to the 25th tear. Oh, so the 25th. Not the 26th. We want the 25th tear. So what we're looking for is, what is that number there going to be? We're trying to get to this number down here. Let's look to see how we got these, and maybe if we see that pattern, that'll tell us what to do right here. So we started off with this 0.002. I'll do it down here. And then all right, so that's this one. Let's just keep track of everything. Then, how did we get this one? What did we do here? Well, to get that one, we doubled it, right? So we took 2 times 0.002, and that's the 004, right? That's the 004. Now, what do we do to get this one? Well, we doubled this one, right? We doubled that one. Now, I'm looking for a pattern, so I'm not just going to go to the 004. I'm going to write everything out. When I'm looking for a pattern, I want everything as stretched out as I can. So what I've got here is 2 times, right? 2 times this one right here. So just bring that over here. 2 times 0.002. 2 times 0.002, but that turns out right here, that's just 2 squared times 0.002. I think we can do one more and we'll get the idea here. How do we get to this 016? All right, well that 016, that's going to come from doubling, right, multiplying by 2, this one right here, right? How do you get from here to here? You multiply it by 2. But I've got this, which is this, 2 squared times 2, so multiply it by 2. So this is going to give us 2 times 2 squared times 0.002, but that's just 2 cubed times 0.002. I think I've got enough that I can see the pattern. I'm going to start out with this first term, 0.002. Then what do? To get the first term, I take the 002, raise it to the first power. Then, the second term, I raise the 0.002, or I raise the 2 to the second power. To get to the 16, 016, I take the 2, raise it to the third power. So look what we have here. Doesn't this look like the first term? And this look like the common ratio? So I'm going to claim now that this number right in here, this number here, I could get, it's the 25th term, so I'm going to take 2 to the 25th. Let's write it here. We're going to get, I'm going to put in 2 to the 25th times 0.002. Now, my calculator tells me that 2 to the 25th is this number here, 3, 3, 5, 5. Oh, this is an interesting number. 4, 4, 3, 2. All right, that's 2 to the 25th, and now I'm going to multiply that one by 0.002. So I did that, and I got 67108.864. So the question is, if we cut this piece of paper, right, I'm up here at the top left, if you cut it in half and then put that half on top of that half and do that 25 times, how thick is that paper? So that's going to be this many inches, right? So I'm going to write that. It's going to be how thick? 67,108.864 inches. Now, just out of curiosity, what I did, I divided that by 12, all right? So if you, because I want to find out how many feet that is. So it's 67,108.864 divided by 12. That comes out to 5592.405 feet. And I'm going to go even farther. I'm going to take that 5592.405 and I'm going to divide that by 280. You know what number that is? That's the number of feet in a mile. And when I did that, I got this to be 1.059, or how about just this? This is about 1 mile. So if you were to take this sheet of paper that is this thick, 2/1000ths of an inch thick, and cut it in half and put one on top of the other 25 times, how thick would it be? It'd be 1 mile high. So you tell this to somebody and they say, oh, no way, that's just too much. Well, here's your proof, right? Here's your proof right here. We just got all of our proof right here.